Welcome. So let's take the 2023 paper for UPSC Geography optional. In this session, we would be focusing only on paper 1. Now let's focus on what kind of questions were asked and what could be a right strategy to prepare. So if we go on to the section A and section B, section A pertain to physical geography and section B pertain to human geography, as we know. So the questions related to, let's say, geostrophic winds, deep ecology, economic geology, paleomagnetism, all those how you have to address and answer will go on to that. So if you go on to the Exambrace study material, it's divided into 4 sections. We would be focusing on part A, so we'll be focusing on physical geography and human geography. I have taken the sample of these two, right? So you have the list of topic of contents here. So let's first talk about the physical geography. So in the physical geography, the questions came from the section on paleomagnetism, from the section on seafloor spreading, and then geomorphic cycles. These were the 3 sections. Now, as you can see in the syllabus itself, we have marked the most important sections that you must cover through the arrow sign. So this arrow sign actually tells you that these sections are relatively important, and as you can see, geomorphic cycle is one of the topics that we have marked and it's really important that you must cover. Clear? So coming on next is the section that is climatology. So from climatology, the questions belong to local wind. The questions were on anticyclone and temperature conditions. Inversion of temperature was the question, right? So these are the topics. Again, as you can see, for this year I would recommend Walker circulation, then La Nina, El Nino as important topics. Again, the anomalies in monsoon, a very important topic in light of the climate change, right? The next is from oceanography. There were decently good number of questions that were seen. Questions pertain to marine resources, which are less commonly asked, but yes, there was a question on an expected section, which is ocean currents, right? Now, each of these topics, as you can see, we have marked this. Current, salinity and coral reefs are really important. The coral bleaching and the important events under coral bleaching are important. Under biogeography, questions were related to soil horizons, the characterizations of the soil, and then this was one of the very important topics, deep ecology. Now, at many of the resources you would find the content on deep ecology, but it's not as extensive as a geographer should know, right? So we have tried to cover it from a geographical point of view to its best. So this was a very expected topic. In the previous lecture, I had already explained before your examination that there are certain topics which have been added to the NET syllabus, and these topics really become important for your UPSC as well. And of that, deep ecology is one of those. Another important topic which has been added is disease ecology, which again becomes important for this year in light of the numerous vector-borne diseases coming up. Chandipura virus as one such example, Zika virus, Nipah virus. So disease ecology, again a very important topic for this year. The next is the section 2, which pertains to, so these were the topics. As you can see, we have discussed on ocean current, we have talked about local winds and climatology. So if we go on to the broad distribution, we can say nearly all the sections had equal weightage, but this time relatively higher weightage was seen from the sections on oceanography and environmental geography. However, climatology and geomorphology have been traditionally the most important and the most definite sections from where questions are usually asked. The next section that we would focus on is the part B. Now the section B actually focuses on human geography. Now under human geography, again we have marked the sections from where the questions were. Aerial differentiation was a question. Now the topics that are commonly asked, highly important for your exam, we have marked those. So those are Schaefer-Hartshorne disease, Hartshorne debate, then aerial differentiation, determinism, possibilism, environmentalism, behavioralism, humanistic approach. So these are the common sections, very important from the human geography, the geographical thought. Economic geography, agricultural geography, there were no questions for 2023, but these are possible and probable sections for your 2024. So cover these very, very carefully. Coming on to industrial geography, there was question from Losch model. From the section on population, there were ample of questions. The questions pertain to two important theories, demographic transition, Malthus theory. Both of them were questions. Then there was question which pertained to the population optimization. So again, there were important questions which were from population. Migration was again a question, and then settlement, under settlement, rural settlement was a basic aspect, and then urbanization, the extent and the expanse of urbanization. Now, what comes important for your 2024? Modernism, then theories of postmodern urbanism, very, very important. Why I am saying this is important? Because again, this is a topic which has been added as per your NET syllabus, so it's again important for your UPSC this time as well. Garden city, the concept of origin of towns, Gordon and Child model is again important theories that you must cover. And then sustainability, so urban sustainability, very, very important this time. Coming on to the next was the human development and index of human development. And political geography, it was boundaries and frontiers, but this time geopolitics of world resources, very, very important. So this time Venezuela election was there, and the Venezuela election was again a very, very important reaction in election in terms of the geopolitics of oil. So geopolitics of oil again becomes a very important topic. So cover this topic of politics of world resources, geopolitics of world resources very carefully. There were ample of questions from the section on regional planning, which are again expected. So regional planning, the questions pertain to regional growth theory, growth pole, so growth hierarchy models. Then you had the concept related to regional planning, and the various theories like limits to growth was asked. So these are some of the important sections, and as you can see, regional geography, population geography, urban geography were some of the important sections from where ample of questions were asked. So if you go on to the series, as we said, Malthus was a question, and then later demographic transition model was again a question. Losch model was again a question. So sustainable land management practices, now this aligns highly to the urban sustainability concept that we had discussed before. So these are some of the topics that you can see in the study material, and the sections that are really, really important have been highlighted. With every section you would also find a QR code for the video. So those videos you can just scan the QR code and refer to the complete lecture to help enable a smoother understanding of the topic. So these sections are to be covered, and definitely in the next section, next class, we'll do further analysis for geography of India and the section on maps. Till then, stay well, stay healthy.